Hey everybody, so we're at Cape Vincent, or we're just, it was west of Cape Vincent, and we're here at Tibbetts Point Lighthouse. We're going to read this sign. Check out the lighthouse. Tibbetts Point, lighthouse tower built 1827 on land from John Tibbetts estate, rebuilt with Fresnel lens in 1854, added foghorn 1896, keeper dwellings in 1880 and 1907. And there you can see the lighthouse right there. And then I think the original lighthouse was made of wood. It was only about 30 feet tall. It's built like square. Over there is Oh Canada. There is just something incredibly calming about the water washing up on the shore like this. Really is beautiful. That's again, I love the sound of the water hitting the rocks. It's just such a beautiful place. So glad we came out here on the last day. This is Tibbetts Point, of course. And it is a point where St. Lawrence River joins up here with Lake Ontario. You see a number of these different houses. I mean, this one certainly would have been lighthouse keeper's home. There's a cool sign up here, several. Look at those as well. I like how they have both the American flag and Canadian flag. They don't let you go up there anymore. Just probably safety hazards and all that, but give you a general idea what that looks like. This is the original keeper's dwelling, circa 1827. So this point of land is part of 600 acres patented to Captain John Tibbetts of Troy, New York in 1799. 1827, 3 acres were deeded to the U.S. government for a lighthouse, a U.S. Coast Guard station from 1939 to 1981, and it was deeded to the town of Cape Vincent by the Department of Interior in 1991. Restoration and preservation is conducted by the town of Cape Vincent and the Tibbetts Point Lighthouse Historical Society, and it is on the Register of Historic Places on national and state levels. Very, very cool. I'd like to see what this is. And there's one more small place. So it looks like that's the keeper's dwelling. And that looks like 1907. And it came with Dish Network. And there's a Sharon in the wild. She's not acknowledging us right now. I see how it is. Once again, we're getting... Always love lighthouses. I think the only other one I visited was at Cape May. And like I said, you're past season now, so they don't have gift shop or anything open, but they don't let people go up in it anymore. Just because safety issues, which are understandable, but it's still sad. Josh was saying there's a plaque here that has all the keepers. Memory of those who kept the light shining at Tibbetts Point Lighthouse, the harbor and buoy lights, keepers and assistants of the U.S. Lighthouse Service and the U.S. Coast Guard. And it has all the names there. Very, very cool. This is the Foghorn Building, 1895. There's a telescope over here and you can look out. Yeah, right there it is. Josh is looking at it right now. How cool is that? As Josh was just saying, every single one of these things tells you where to look, and you can see there's Wolf Island. Wolf Island over there, that is Canada. Wind Farm, Bear Point on Wolf Island, Pigeon Island Lighthouse. Oh, so there's a lighthouse, yeah, it's the whole way out there. You can just see it. Let me see if I can. I don't know if you guys can see that out in the distance. It's a long ways out there. My camera just doesn't focus that far out. With my poor old man eyes, you can see there's Galoo Island, Charity Shoal, Grenadier Island, Dalbin Point, and let's see what else you have. Wilson Point. So this is really, really cool. It's just such a beautiful location. Really makes you respect the beauty of nature. All has been created.
So as promised, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a rundown of the history of Tibbetts Point Lighthouse. John Tibbetts was a Revolutionary War soldier, and he received roughly 600 acres at Tibbetts Point for his service. In 1827, he transferred 3 acres to the federal government to establish a lighthouse. In 1827, this first lighthouse was constructed. It was a rectangular wooden tower 30 feet tall with oil-powered lamps. The first keeper's house was also built. In 1854, the first tower was replaced by the present circular one, which stands 59 feet tall. This also marked the installation of the Fresnel lens, which is still in operation today. In 1896, a steam-powered foghorn was added. In 1906, a second keeper's house was constructed. In 1927, a fog whistle was replaced with an air diaphone operated by a diesel engine with automatically timed blast. 1930, the oil-powered lamp was replaced with an electric bulb. In 1939, the U.S. Coast Guard assumed lighthouse duties. In 1981, the lighthouse was fully automated and the keepers were no longer needed. In 1984, the lighthouse quarters became a youth hostel. This never ends well. 1988, Tibbetts Point Lighthouse Historical Society is formed. In 1991, a big year for Tibbetts Point Lighthouse. Not only did the town of Cape Vincent acquire it from the Department of the Interior, but the lighthouse quarters became Hosteling International. In 1993, the Visitor Center was built by the town of Cape Vincent. In 1998, the newly renovated Foghorn building was opened to the public. In 2006, the pavilion was added to the property. In 2014, the youth hostels were closed. And 2024, just last year, the shoreline restoration was completed. And it is of note, I believe they don't allow you to go up just because of safety concerns up into the lighthouse anymore. But nonetheless, this was a stunning adventure to be able to go on with Sharon, Josh, and Mr. Swisher. So as always, thanks for coming along.
Well, I want to thank you guys for coming along and to see Tibbetts Point. I'm going to give a little bit more information with some pictures. We'll have done that probably before now. But anyways, I want to say thanks for coming along. And as always, we'll see you all about town.